Hey, welcome back to Piece of Chaos. This week, I have one of my favorite people in the world, Jenna Brister, on the podcast. And we just had a great chat and caught up. It'd been a while. So, yeah, Jenna's a actress and a writer and a stand-up comic and just all-around cool person. And I think you'll hear how much fun we had. So enjoy my conversation with the wonderful Jenna Brister.
Oh, yeah, because I don't stare at myself usually during the day. I check the mirror in the mornings and then I leave, to live my life. I had a friend's mom tell me to get Botox, since we last spoke, on these lines here. And I was like, look, I'm almost 40. I got nothing to hide. If I've been going like this and just being like, doing like a what the fuck face, I don't, I was like, thank you for that unsolicited advice, but I don't think I'm going to, anyone can do whatever they want, but I just don't care. I don't.
It doesn't look right, to each his own, but it's so strange to see a completely shiny, flat forehead on a person that should have lines there. Mm-hmm. It's like outside of our biology or something to do that.
To augment it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really weird. And plus it's this crazy rat poison stuff that you're just shooting into your head, which I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It'd be different if it looked really good, but never has someone gotten fillers or a new chin and you're like, wow, that's great looking, you know what I mean?
But what I think is interesting, does this person sell Botox? Because the thing that's interesting that I thought is well, anybody I know who's ever gotten it, the reason they get it is because they are bothered by some line on their face.
Totally. Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, you're like, I didn't even see it before, and now you just look weird.
Yeah.
So
totally.
For someone to point that out is kind of strange.
It is, right? Because unless someone asks, hey, what do you think I could do to improve my face?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's there was a year of my life not too long ago that I was doing Barry's boot camp every day in Venice.
Yeah.
And I would always pick this spot right in front of the big mirrors, because you do treadmill and then you're doing weights or whatever. Yeah. And because of how my sports bra was, I could see there was just a normal armpit, not armpit fat, but just this little bat wing,
Yeah.
And I fixated on it for a full year to the point where I went and did a consultation in Beverly Hills. And I was like, and the guy was like, well, it's very easy. I don't even have to put you under because there's nothing there. But but you're right, because every single day I just looked at it,
Yeah.
But I was wearing a tight sports bra, and so it was, and then I stopped doing berries and I didn't want plastic surgery anymore. So I was like, all right.
It was the mirror.
That's fine. Yeah, it was the mirror. Yeah, that made me just kind of but how was tell me about your holiday. Was it good?
It was good. It was fun. I had
good.
Basically 2 weeks off. Nice. Which, oh my God, it was so nice to not do anything, really.
Mm-hmm.
I did fun stuff with the kids. I did stuff that I haven't done in a while, and some things that I'd never done in Los Angeles after living here for, it'll be 20 years now.
Yeah.
And I'd never been to the Griffith Observatory, and I chose the worst day possible to go, by the way. It was as if there was 9 concerts at the Greek in terms of traffic going up the hill. And
yes.
I got up, and you can't buy tickets in advance, which I don't understand.
That is weird.
So, but I was like, well, how many people, we'll go and maybe we'll get into the second show or whatever.
Yeah.
Not a chance. The place was slammed. We had to walk a mile up the hill to get up there, right? Which, fine. Mm-hmm. But when I got up there, I asked the security guard or whatever, I was like, is this normal? And she was like, I've never seen it like this. Literally, it's the holidays and people are off, but she's like, everybody wants to come up here and see the Hollywood sign from here. And I was just like, that's why people are coming here? I wanted to go to the planetarium with my son and see, a thing.
The space show,
But they don't. You can't buy them online, so you can only get them. They open at noon. You can buy tickets for the show, like the next show. I was like, well, this is dumb. Like, I should have been able to buy tickets. Then I wouldn't be disappointed now that I'm here. And all these tourists that show up wouldn't be like, oh, I can't buy tickets? I can't give you my money? That's weird. Like, take my money, make a reservation, and then everything will be great. So, anyway, but I'd never been there, and I still haven't been in the planetarium because we couldn't get in. But the Hollywood sign is beautiful from there.
Yeah, it is. It's really pretty. Yeah, I go. Yeah. The observatory is like part of my. I do a daily hike through there, and it goes through the observatory, and it's funny. The stuff you see is it's different every time. You know, there's this cookie. Do you see the Cookie Monster character?
No.
I'm like, oh yeah, there's like a poor man's Cookie Monster, like Hollywood Boulevard adjacent, and he's not really associated, I think, with anything. He's just like there. I don't know, raising awareness about something. But one of those Rastafarian tour buses pulled up, you know, that's like painted in like the Jamaican flag.
Yeah.
And it just reeks of weed, and it flies by and it pulls over and the doors open, and all of a sudden everyone just rushes off and they're like, Cookie Monster! And he's just gets swarmed by this high tour group. It was the best thing. It made me like start crying, laughing amazing. So hard. I was like, this is so weird. But, you know, it's LA. So then I was like, all right, I'll keep going on my hike.
Yeah. Is that Runyon Canyon or is that a different thing?
Oh, that's a different one. That's, okay. Runyon is the one that's like a lot of like celeb sightings and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
In West Hollywood. So, yeah. Okay. But it's a good one.
We went up there, which was cool. I've never been up there. That was cool. I went roller skating, which was super fun. I forgot how much fun that is.
Wait, outside or did you go to a rink?
No, a rink. And
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was badass. Like the music was just blaring, and like what came on, the music came on, I was cracking up, and I was a good skater when I was a kid, like middle school. Like I roller skated in middle school, right?
Yeah.
And I got pretty good, but like as an adult, like I haven't roller skated, and I was like, oh, this is going to be crazy. And I almost ate it like the first 2 times around, like all like off balance. Then it all came back, like the muscle memory came back, and I was like grooving and crossing over and doing that shit and
turning around.
Yeah.
Like cool in the gang. Yeah.
And dancing. And what was the song that came on? It was like, Boogie Wonderland. Boogie Wonderland came on, and I was like, yeah. And there was another guy there who obviously like has a daily pass. He's just there all the time, has his own skates with like light up wheels on them, and he's got his hands in his pockets, and he's just cruising. And
that's amazing.
He was dancing. Do you know how I did not expect to be pouring sweat? Do you know how much work roller skating is? Like,
no, you're right. Not since a kid. I haven't.
I don't think I sweated when I was a kid.
Because did you blade too? Were you a blader?
No, I never bladed.
Just
I missed that. Just the regular 4-wheel skates with a stopper in the front.
Yep.
But that was super fun. We did a bunch of other like family crap and you know, just chilling out. I got a dog. I got a new dog.
You did? Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah. I adopted a new dog, and I know it's really you know, everybody says, "Oh, we adopted or saved a dog" and all that kind of stuff. I'd never done that before. I'd always got purebred dogs, and I love to hear what you, because I know you love animals and dogs and stuff. So I'd love to hear your take on this. If I'm just an idiot or if this is just not common knowledge or whatever. But like, we would get purebred dogs. I had boxers for the last 20 years. Cool. Our boxer passed away in July, and you know, they don't live long. Boxers, they're like 10, 11 years old is pretty crazy for a boxer. So I know that going in, but I had one that was like 9.5 and another one, this one was only 7 when she passed away. So I'm like, we got to stop getting this. This is not long enough to have a dog. Like it's too much. It's too soon. So we were considering getting a non-purebred dog, but I also love boxers. Like they're just awesome.
They're classic.
Awesome dogs.
They're classic.
Incredible dogs. Cool. Just the best. So I was looking around and like looking on sites and stuff, and since I bought one, they've like doubled in price, tripled almost. They're like $4,000 to get like a boxer now. Right. I was like, holy shit. Well, first of all, that's insane. That. The last one I got was a white one, and she was discounted because white boxers are not show worthy or whatever. They don't show white boxers. So they're like $1,000 less than a normal boxer. So
yeah, I'll buy no discount.
Like, yeah, I was like the discount dog. But so I was like, well, that seems like way too much for a dog. I just can't spend that much money for a dog, and you know they're gonna pass away so quick. So I was like reconsidering it, and it dawned on me because I went into breeders thinking, because I'd heard like, oh, don't go to a puppy mill, adopt it, like all the reasons to not buy a puppy. Basically, I know I heard them, but I wasn't going to puppy mills. I was going to like real boxer breeders. So I was like, okay, well, because I thought they're trying to make the best dog. Why would that not be a good thing to do? But then I was like, well, wait a minute. They're not breeding for longevity. They're breeding for the way the dog looks until it's about 3 years old. And then they don't care, nor could they do long-term follow-up on the puppy, what's it called? Like the breed, not the brood, but the like a bunch of puppies. What's a bunch of puppies called?
Oh, yeah, a litter.
A litter, yeah. So they're not doing long-term follow-up on the litter to find out, did this one live for 10 years? So I was like, oh, they're not even trying to make the dog last a long time. Why am I buying a dog that isn't like going to do that? So finally I was like, all right, we're getting them a mutt, and I got we adopted this puppy from an awesome place. It's actually in Beverly Hills. It's called Ace of Hearts, and they're like a shelter. They go to shelters and save dogs.
Nice.
And she was a boxer. They said boxer lab mix, but I'm not sure if it's boxer lab or boxer shepherd. Can't tell. Doesn't matter. Okay. And they don't do 23andMe on dogs, but I don't think. Do they do 23andMe on dogs?
They do. Yeah.
Really?
I did one on my dog. Yeah, you can get the kit on Amazon. Yeah.
No way.
I'll send you the link. Yeah,
oh my
you
God,
swab inside their cheeks and then send it off to the lab. And then the printout is so funny. They give you like a family tree where it's like a poodle and a dachshund, you know. And
do you think it's real?
It shows you the... I think it's probably pretty accurate. Yeah. You know, like I got my dog, he's like a little dachshund min pin mix with a little bit of Ridgeback, a little bit of French poodle. I mean, you're right. It all could be bullshit. Like, who knows, you know? But it was kind of funny, like swabbing his cheeks, being like, I don't know, you know? But then I wonder if, like, you're right, the traits, because how old is the dog?
10 months.
Okay,
or
so
thereabouts. It's younger than a year.
Emerge. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely boxer for sure. Like the coloring, all that for sure boxer. It's just, I don't know if it's lab or shepherd or both, I guess. But I'm going to do that 23andMe just for fun. Like that.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I'm going to do that.
Yeah, because the printout is worth it. You know, it's like a little PDF, you know, with like images of all the relatives. I'm like, I mean, there's someone at a computer just like photoshopping, entering, like copy paste. I'm like, I'm fine with it, whatever.
That's so rad.
That's cool.
That's cool. So what have you been doing? What have you been up to? You're working crazy. What are you working on?
Yeah. Well, I guess since I saw you, I had a Hallmark Christmas movie shoot in Georgia.
Yeah. Yep.
In September, and it doesn't snow in Georgia in September. So, so we got to cheat like one night. There's a, Christmas miracle. It snows outside, so there's just cotton balls raining from the sky. Oh, there's the dog now. Hey guys. And so it was a script that I kind of been sitting on for about a year, about it's like the lead girl's a chef. The guy is a travel writer. And so it's a really cute story. It's called The Perfect Christmas Pairing, and it's going to air next year. But I got to go visit set, which was so fun, and be a background extra in the coffee shop. And
that's awesome.
Being an extra in your own movie. This is the second time I've done that. I did it with my first Lifetime movie, and so the director was super cool. His name's Dave Thomas, no relation to the Wendy's guy, but he was like, "Okay, go get in the back, like get your computer," and I got to walk up to the counter and get a cup of coffee to start the scene. Yeah. And all of a sudden when the cameras were rolling, I forgot how to walk. I stood up and was like, Okay, like just so nervous, and I locked eyes with the barista, who was a real barista. They like hired him because he knew what he was doing, and I was just like, "Thank you," like. And then I just turned. I was like, Jenna, I was like, I'm not a good actor. I'm not. I moved to LA thinking I was going to like act and do stuff, and it's. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I know people do. They have great careers. I'm not that person. And I think that's another thing that like post pandemic, the world is so different. Like, I don't know how you feel even before, because, we were like doing shows, running around. Like, I remember my to-do list in any given day would have like 8 to 9 things, outside the house. Yeah. And nowadays I can do maybe like one thing and that's it. Like, if I get to CVS or the dry cleaner or go like get my oil changed, one of those. But like, I think before the pandemic, I would just bang those out in a day.
Yeah.
Because I had the energy.
You gotta get back to home base. You gotta like, like, totally. I've been out too long. There's a lot of people breathing on me. I'm out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. There's something like that where it's like sheltering in place, like that residual idea of like, I'm the safest at home. It's as long as I have like provisions,
Yeah.
Like I've never been much of a doomsday prepper, but I have like everything I need,
Yeah.
But yeah. I did though at the start. Remember when everything first broke loose a couple years ago?
Yeah.
And it was hard to find toilet paper. I bought like on Amazon, I found this box of basically industrial napkins. And I was like, you know what? We'll just buy this. And so I bought this and it was like 3,000 napkins. And I'm just now getting to the final pack. And I use them to clean everything and I give them away. I'm like, do you guys want a pack of industrial napkins, please? Because my entire kitchen storage is just like doomsday napkins that I never had to use as toilet paper. I never had to dive into the napkin supply as a grown woman, It's like, we're fine. You pee in the shower. Hello, come on. I have a swimming pool. Like, yeah. It's done. Who cares?
I was going to say, you'll be so happy to finally start using toilet paper again.
Exactly. Or like, but yeah, everything's going great. Yeah. You're like, but
that's how you know the pandemic's over. Like, I got toilet paper again. It's great. These napkins.
Yeah. I got like a 4-pack of Clorox wipes, like with no problem. I didn't have to fight anybody or wait. But no, it was a fun experience having the movie shoot, because that's just a surreal moment being on set. Yeah. Like they filmed it at this old winery. Yeah, it's like the oldest winery. It used to be a plantation, but it's the only building in that part of Georgia that survived the Civil War. So it's like from like 1860 or something, and it's like Doc Holliday planted all the pecan trees on the property, and they're all like labeled, and it's just like a lot of history there,
That's cool.
And so because it's this Hallmark movie for Christmas, the family super cool. Shout out to Nutwood Winery, they're amazing. Because they have a big tasting room on location. Yeah. So we filmed like almost everything there. Yeah. And so the owners, are really cool. They've been there for a while, and they had to decorate the living room, with Christmas garlands, because they have to pretend like it's, the week leading up to Christmas. Yeah. So they're decorating, and they find like a loaded Derringer gun, because that's what you do in the South. Like you have a tiny gun on the mantle, like usually, but because you like forget about it.
Yeah.
Like I know, like most of my friends in Oregon or back home, like, you just like have a gun, either it's in a safe or, but of course, like our crew being from LA out there, like very by the book, very like, on their shit, are just like, okay, this is a Hallmark movie. We don't have like a weapons person or like a gun, because they're just handing it around being like, hey, can you get rid of this gun? And they're like, whoa. So when I got there, they were all just like laughing about it. They're like, that's the last thing we thought would happen when we find a gun on set. But it was fine. Yeah. They were all cool.
Did you stay for the entirety of the shoot, or just
I was only there just a part of it, less than a week. Yeah.
So
which was good.
Yeah. Do you like, so they're not asking you as the writer, they're not like asking you, they're just going. You just, it's out of your hands at that point once they buy it?
It is. I think the director asked me a couple, because they were like kind of rewriting some of the dialogue to fit the setting. Yeah. And so when I was there, I remember there was like one or two instances. He was like, how would they say this? And so I gave a couple options, which is so fun, you know, because it's okay, I think they would say this way to turn to phrase it, because sometimes you have to like transition in and out of certain scenes and stuff like that.
Do you find when you write these stories that you feel like you know these people that you made up? Do they become real for you? Like, you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
You're like, oh, I know what that person would say, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is really weird because you spend so much time with them in your brain, you know? Yeah. And for some reason, like gruff, middle-aged curmudgeons are my sweet spot, you know? Just like someone who's just like pissed about whatever. They're just like over 65. Like I can do dialogue for those people. But then like a girl, the lead girl, I'm like, okay, how would she say this? You know? I'm like,
yeah.
But yeah, you do get to know them, you know, and especially some of the comedic relief characters, like the main guy's sister, you know, is the one who works at the winery, and that's how they end up meeting. And they got this girl, Meg, to play her, and it's so funny. She nails it. Because you never know when you're writing really funny stuff. I'm like, that's the character I want to play. Very almost like not Melissa McCarthy, even someone younger, you know. There was someone I had in mind for it, or like a Bridget Everett type of vibe, you know, just kind of like brash and you know. And this girl crushed it, you know.
That's so cool.
Watching it,
that's so cool to see. I'm so excited for you that you have so many times now gotten to see these things come to life. Like it's
totally
incredible.
It's so wild. I mean, there's something so trippy too. I think it's also, as a writer, you're just alone with your computer. But then when on set, it's like, oh, there's Video Village. Oh, there's craft service. Oh, there's cameras. There's mic people. Like there's a whole production. And so seeing how what you wrote, what you like kind of just created out of thin air is part of this really big machine is really cool. And like hearing the leads say your lines, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so, you know, because I had a more like blue version for it because it was intended for Netflix and then they passed on it and then Hallmark, you know, picked it up. And so I had to get rid of like a lot of the like not tasteless jokes. They were tasteful, but they were like crass. But some of the actors had read that version and they were like, oh, we liked this joke a lot, you know? And I was like, but they, of course, were like, there's no way. Because, you know, it's wine country. And so the villain is Big Wine. You know, this woman, Rita Bird, who, Gowrie Hayden, she's so fucking funny. She used to live in LA, but she's an Atlanta-based actor now. And she's the villain. You know, this real estate mogul who wants to just, you know, buy up wine country and just blaze it over, you know? And, and so I remember there was one, like when she first meets the lead girl, you know, at the family's winery, the leading lady is like, oh, you know, do you have a winery too? And she's like, no, I'm a shower, not a grower, because she likes to like show people what's possible, but she doesn't grow grapes. And they were like, Jenna, you obviously have to cut that. And I was like, damn it.
That's a good line.
Because it's a great line. Like, it makes sense in the context. Like, no, I'm a shower, not a grower. But, but then I was like, okay, note to self, put that in something else. Like when, you know, some like, I don't know, NC-17 Christmas movie comes a-knockin', I'll be like, I have the jokes for you, you know.
You just got to write another wine movie.
Yes, yeah. I know, and that's what's so funny. Like, I don't fight them on it when they're like, okay, you got to get rid of all these, you know. And I'm like, yep, that makes sense. It's fine. Like, there aren't that many, you know, but you can't really reference, like, pop culture stuff in Hallmark. Because they're very, you know, like, that very squeaky clean.
Yeah.
You know, formulaic. That's it. They don't want your clever jokes, Jenna. They want,
there was an Onion post the other day, and I thought of you in a good way. But it was just funny. It was like,
oh, good.
It was like Hallmark. What was the caption was something like, it showed a picture of all these scientists like working in a lab, and it said something like Hallmark close to coming up with new story ideas. Like,
that's so true. That's so true. That's
the Onion nails
and it's
it
not going to happen. Oh yeah, they're so funny. That's so true. Where they're like, because also in the Hallmark world, Kris Kringle is a real person. They're like, he is real. he's not fake, And I'm like, okay, noted. Good to know. But I do like how they blow out everything of like a gingerbread making contest or, in this one, the one I wrote has some like fun hijinks, like a cork toss, out in the field. And that's one that they shot, when I was there, because my family are big game players, because kind of loosely based on my own aunt and uncle, and how when we get together, like one year they threw a Bristol Olympics at the family reunion, and it was like heated competitions. I'm like, oh, I kind of want to take a nap. They're like, nope, we have to go. We're racing around the town. Like we played a Carmen Sandiego game one time. Like it's fun. So I kind of also based it off that, where this, the chef. She gets a bad review and she's trying to get a Michelin star in the big city. And so she goes home to see her family, and they have this defunct tasting room, or not tasting room, but like tasting kitchen. And so of course through the story, she brings her cooking knowledge, pairing the wine with food. And then she ends up getting a Michelin star anyways, but taking over the family winery kitchen.
Nice.
So it's like a great like win-win. Cause I love that. Do you watch Chef's Table? On Netflix? Oh, it's good. It's cool. It's like those like gastro science, they have a different chef they follow in each episode, and they kind of dig into their philosophy, but it's very like scientific, So I have
been big this past year or two. I feel like, not that chefs have been big for a while now with the like the Hell's Kitchen and all that kind of stuff. But The Bear was another show that was really big with chefs, right? This year. It's interesting the mystique around chefs, because remember in Friends, Monica was a chef, but they only showed her like they mentioned it a lot, right? But
they never really showed her like
rarely in a restaurant.
Doing it.
Yeah. She cooked Thanksgiving and she talked about it and stuff, and it was there. It was like on the edge, but it wasn't like a celebrity chef yet.
Yeah. And it wasn't like, at the things at the restaurant, It's like, she just did that.
Yeah. Like the restaurant was a coffee shop.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you got to figure. It's still pretty good. It doesn't hold up for me as well as Seinfeld. Like when I rewatch them now, but it's still great. Like, and I
silly.
Did you I forgot, because there's a period of time, like age-wise, where I just wasn't watching television, sitcoms, but they were still happening. Like they're, like I just missed a whole bunch. Like I never watched The Big Bang Theory. I didn't watch 2.5 Men, like that whole era. But now that I have kids, we started watching some of those again because it's like safe, like, and I'm like, this has always been here and it's never going anywhere. Like, this is like, unless TV completely goes away, like this is a thing. And it's like snobby to think that it's not good, almost like where people are like, TV shows like a sitcom or whatever. But I'm like, yeah, but it's great in a way. Like it's this comfort thing. Yeah. Yeah. Like the Goldbergs, we watched the Goldbergs.
It's so
unbelievable.
Funny.
Unbelievable.
I love Wendy McLendon-Covey. Isn't she great? I mean, Jeff Garland too, but oh my God.
She's that show is so good. Plus it's so nostalgic for me. I mean, that was my 80s was when I grew up. I was the age of that kid, so we love it. And Wendy, what's her last name? McLendon? Not McLendon.
McLendon-Covey.
McLendon-Covey.
Because she was in Reno 911 also.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That show cracked me up. I always share that clip when they all thought they won the lottery. Did you ever see that?
Oh.
In Reno 911?
I've seen not all of them.
I haven't seen all of them either.
I should binge that actually.
It's probably not bad, but there's an episode where they think that they all won the lottery. God. And one at a time they come into the police like briefing room, and she comes in with like a mink coat and glasses, and she's like, fuck you, I'm out of here. And the chief is just like, so you didn't see the paper? Misprint, everybody won. And she's like, oh, and then the next person comes in, like, everybody can suck it, and like,
Oh my
and
God,
one by
that's
one,
so funny.
it's amazing. It's
They'll just
amazing.
tell everyone off. Okay, I
Yeah,
need to watch
yeah.
that. That's funny. They're
It's
really
good.
funny. The other one, oh, what else is? Are your kids into? Have you shown them like any like Gilligan's Island or I Love Lucy? Any of
The
those?
old stuff,
are they,
no, they can't tolerate it.
yeah.
It's too slow.
Is it too slow?
Yeah.
That's what I've heard too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it's almost like it's not even relatable a little bit. Like, which I think Lucy would probably translate somewhat because of the slapsticky nature of it and stuff like that. But we watched, you know, what was it? Was it the Dick Van Dyke Show? Yeah, it was the Dick Van Dyke Show. Dick Van Dyke is like always around in Malibu. Like, I've met him 3 or 4 times. Yeah, yeah. He's hysterical. Nice. He's hysterical. And he's like, he's exactly what you think he would be. Like, he is a professional, funny celebrity. Always. Sweetheart. Like, yes, he wants to take his picture with you. Yes, he will dance. Yes, he will sing. Like, whatever. So I had this little, like, oh, he's the best. I had this little jazz duo that I played in for a while, and we would play down in Malibu at the marketplace thing there. I don't remember what it's called, but one of those little outdoor shopping malls things in Malibu. And we were playing there one day, and Dick Van Dyke was there, and he loved the song we were playing, and then he came up to talk to the piano player, and it turns out the piano player, like, that I was working with, like, knew Dick Van Dyke's aunt or something like that. They I don't know. There was this whole backstory. So we got to hang out with Dick Van Dyke a little bit, and people would come up and, like, he was dancing with people, like full on, like, ballroom dancing. It was like, dude, what an awesome dude. Like, he's been famous for 70 years or something, and just super cool.
He loves his life, and he's like fun and playful, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
that's cool.
I'm going to go out and have people be nice to me today, you know? And, like, they will, because it's Dick Van Dyke. But when that happened, my son was there at the end, and, like, who was that guy, you know? And I was like, oh, it's Dick Van Dyke. He's, like, this famous actor, right? So we came home and watched an old episode of the Dick Van Dyke Show, and he was just like, I can't. This isn't good.
Dad.
yeah. It's black and white. Why are they talking so weird? You know, but yeah. So none of the old stuff doesn't hold up. With them, it's a speed thing. You know, it might be just editing dialogue, just a world that doesn't exist anymore. You know, like
because we're far removed from that style, even. You know,
so crazy. But, like, the fact that Gilligan's Island was a 8 p.m. once a week must see TV, basically. Like, that was a big show. I watched it in reruns in syndication. Like, we're too young to have seen it in real time, but, like, that was a big show. You know Samantha Hale, right? Do you know Samantha Hale?
Is she in it?
No, her dad was the skipper. Her grandfather was the skipper.
Samantha Hale. I don't think I know her. I don't know. Is she a comic? Yeah.
She's a comic. She's done my shows forever. I feel like you probably would have been on a bill with her at some point somewhere. But
okay, well, maybe I have.
She's super cool. But her grandfather was Alan Hale, like the skipper.
That's so cool.
Like, it's insane. So she, like, her aunt was, you know, the what are the girls from that show? Marianne and Ginger.
And Ginger. Yeah.
Yeah, so she, like, knew them like they were her aunt. Like, her relationship, like, it's so neat, you know.
That's cool.
Super Hollywood royalty, basically, you know, around those guys. So, but, you know, to that point, like, I was really, you know, happy to see that, like, my kids love the Goldbergs because, and that type of show. And that show's fast-paced, and the dialogue's fast, and, you know, they curse and bleep it out. They yell at each other. Like, it's a whole different thing. So I don't I don't know if I would even like those shows now anymore, other than nostalgically. You know,
Yeah, or if it would
it's
seem
interesting.
so antiquated. Yeah.
But it's weird that did you, when you wrote this last one, is the pandemic involved at all, or is it as if it doesn't exist?
As if it doesn't exist.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think that's a note we were getting a lot, was like people want to forget.
Yeah.
You know, they want to go back.
Yeah. I'm pretty jarred by seeing people in masks still.
Yeah.
Like now, I'm like, why are you wearing a mask at this point?
Yeah.
Didn't we figure out that it doesn't work well?
It's the least effective thing we were all doing, you know? And
especially in a car or outside walking.
Oh, the people who drive alone with the mask on, I've seen that too. Or I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? You know, you're in your car.
I'm just like, man, I don't want to think about it anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
but I can't help it. So you know, but I was curious to see if there was anything if they mention it in the movie, as if it, because that's interesting to me.
But no, that's come up a couple times.
Has there been any? I'm trying to think if like my daughter's a huge Grey's Anatomy fan, and I think they spent a season on COVID on Grey's Anatomy. Like it was almost like Law and Order topical, like ripped from the headlines. Grey's Anatomy spent a lot of time on the pen. Somebody, I think a main character passed away from COVID or something. I don't know. But it's weird. We're just in a weird thing. So you didn't say what are you working on now? You said you're working like crazy. So what are you working on now?
Oh yeah, I'm working on the next pitching more, but I'm in thriller mode now. I have like some Lifetime trying to find a good thriller. So
really,
yeah, just in pitch mode now.
To write one.
Yeah, my first movie was a thriller, like a twin. It's called Killer Twin.
Yeah.
And that's why I actually got into the Hallmark game, because I sold the Lifetime thriller concept, but with this production company that did both. And then the executive producer came to a stand-up show I did, and he was like, "Why aren't you writing rom-coms? Like, you're actually funny." And I was like, "All right." And then I wrote a Hallmark movie. So I was like,
that's rad.
A lot of gigs come from live shows. I've gotten a lot of writing opportunities just from like doing stand up, you know.
Are you still doing stand up a lot?
Not really. I did one show about a month ago, and it was really fun. It felt good, but I just don't have the stamina, you know. But I like it. Have you been performing?
No, I've been going back and forth on this for a while. I think I'm probably taking it too far and being critical about it, but I feel like, because I was gearing up, I was heading into, this would have been my 11th year. No, this would have been my 12th year. So I was heading into, but I think that doesn't count as like a full normal 10-year grinding career. It's more like, just because I didn't do as much as you would, you know. Anyway, it was still 10 years. And I was like pretty much getting ready to shoot. I was pretty much gearing up to shoot a half hour, which was my goal, was to shoot a half hour. So I had the show that I was running, that you did a bunch of times, Brewing Comedy there.
Yeah, I love that show. That was fun.
God, it was so good. So I was in talks with the owner there. We were going to dress it and shoot 2 or 3 half-hour comedy specials there. Like,
cool.
On the same night, we're going to get 3, pack it out, and 3 comics are going to shoot a half hour. So maximize having the equipment, maximize having the lighting, pack the audience,
the crowd,
and just blow it out. And so we were gearing up to do that. We were basically in pre-production to figure that out. And then the pandemic hit. And as you know, like, it takes a long time to get material that you would think worthy of a special. Like,
totally.
Or putting on film, like putting work towards it. Like, even putting it on YouTube takes a while to make it worth a shit that you would even want anybody else to really see it, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't feel like the world that my material existed in before the pandemic exists anymore. And I'm like, I think I basically have to start over. And I think that daunting hill in front of me of starting over is keeping me from even asking anybody to be on a show at this point. But I do miss it. And when Nicole Blaine opened that Crow place, I was like, I
love her.
That's going to be the shit cool. right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if I return, I think I will reach out to Nicole and just because I loved that down there. I loved when working with her at West Side. And that area is really good. So, and I think she's done something incredible with that place. So yeah, I don't know. To start my own show, I have to find a new venue because that place closed in COVID.
The brewery did?
Yeah, the brewery closed. Yeah. Yeah. It sucks. Because that too, like, you know how it was like LA was like a start and stop. They were like, okay, we're going to open. And then they'd be like, nope, everybody's closed, back to masking. So they were, it was a good period of about 4 or 5 months where I had booked the show, but I was just pushing it. Be like, okay, it's not going to be this month. We'll push it to next month. We'll push it to next month. And they were just inside LA County. So they had to abide by Los Angeles masking indoor limitations. Oh. So they couldn't do it. And that sucks. Then the month, I think I want to say, oh God, time is just so, I don't know when it was, but
totally.
We were about a month from doing it. Everything seemed to be going well, and we were like, all right, let's do it. We're gonna do the show. We're gonna bring it back. And they reached out to me, and they were like, we have to close our doors. We can't keep it going. We tried, and they just couldn't get to the point where LA released the rules enough to make it viable, and they missed it by like, I'd say 2 or 3 months. If they could have held on for 2 or 3 months, I think they would have been okay. But that last surge, that last Omicron surge or whatever that happened, and just reclose. Remember, it was like July, and then everybody's like, "Yay!" I even got on a plane. People were like, "Yeah, it's over," and then it was like, "Nope, close it back down." And it was like around that period of time when it was just like, "Oh man, this is hopeless." But I miss it so much, Jenna. Not only doing it, but just the show and seeing everybody and laughing for 90 minutes to 2 hours that often. I miss it really bad, but I think I'm just afraid because my material, I'm just like, I don't think I can use any of my material. Maybe one joke that I would even, it's like, I don't know. I think I'm just being too hard on myself, but I also am like, to your point about how many things do you want to do in a day? Like, totally. When it gets to be like 7, 8 o'clock at night, I'm like, would I be wanting to just be leaving now to go to a show? No.
And that used to be the norm. Yeah. Like every night, it's like, okay, bye, pets. You're on your own. And now I'm like, no. Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean about the jokes because like our lives were so different. I remember I had this cutting edge Waze material. And I'm like, I don't think anyone uses Waze. Like no one used it for 2.5 years. And I was looking at my jokes and I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Cutting edge Waze material.
Cutting edge. It was basically, I probably did it at your show. Because I was like, before COVID, it was like, I thought Waze was like the most topical thing you could talk about in a city. And it was, so guys, I downloaded this assisted suicide app. It's called Waze. And then I would talk about how dangerous it was to follow the instructions of Waze.
I remember that joke.
I was like, I fucking crushed it every show. I loved it. And then a month ago, I looked at it. I was like, that's not funny. No, like I haven't even opened Waze. Like no one drives anywhere. Like I don't know. I was like, no. The Waze joke is burned for life. No one cares. Like nobody cares. But
yeah, I don't know. But man, it's brutal. I miss it very much.
Yeah, I miss this, like you're saying, like the social aspect. Like I loved it because I got to see all my friends. You know, like that's when you would catch up with people, would be at a show, and not, you know, it's always like an entire social network. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been interesting, right? Because, and this might be like super insider baseball, but you've been here too for a long time, and it's just like this place is weird, and comedy is also weird, right? And the idea that, and I was talking to Blake Wexler. Blake Wexler did the podcast a couple weeks ago, and we were talking about this, and I was just like, in my head, if I don't do another show soon, I'm in trouble. Like, I can't go back. But that's not real, because nobody gives a shit, and nobody gives a shit. If I did a show, they'd be like, no one's paying attention. So,
isn't it a release? I realized that too. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I hope anyway, like so many things fell away, right? Like anything tangential fell away. Relationships, people moved. The whole scene is different now. When I look at the lineups at the Comedy Store, and when I look at the lineups that come through on flyers, it's all new people. I don't know any of them.
I don't know anybody either. Yeah.
So what I think is interesting is that we could theoretically, well, what I like is that I do have a core group of people like yourself that are like my friends. Like these are my comedy friends in LA, and we're all still okay. Yeah. You know, and if I was running a show and I put you on it, it'd be great. And you know, I think that's it really solidified this idea to me that this is a weird place and only real relationships actually matter.
Yeah.
And the rest of them, though they seemed really important, were a complete bunch of shit. You know, like the people that were only responding to have a conversation or answering messages from me because I ran a show. And I didn't want to think that was real, but that was definitely real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's
I do.
Like,
I've been in that position too. Yeah.
You're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get it. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. I don't care. Like it, but that's the thing where I was just like, I can't go back because I don't. And it's like, yeah, I can. Nobody gives a shit. Like time doesn't matter, and I know how to do it. So I'm not going to make a fool of myself. If I did go do a show, my material might be shitty, but I can whenever I want.
Yeah,
and so
100%.
I have that. That's kind of where I'm at, is like, if I start having enough funny thoughts that are the kernels of jokes that I would want to build on, I'll go back.
Yeah.
You know, but nobody's waiting. Nobody's waiting. Nobody gives a shit. So it's, if I feel like I want to go back, I will. And I definitely have been thinking about it a lot more in the last couple months, because I see like friends that are back going out a little more regularly. I mean, Sam never really stopped. He went through the whole pandemic. He was basically a road comic the whole time.
Cool.
Yeah. He was like,
it's funny.
It was like, what was it? Like the pandemic really started kicking off in March, and then we shut down everything for 2 or 3 months. And then some states were like, yeah, this isn't a real thing. And he just went right back out there.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And he was just like, yeah, man, the pandemic's over everywhere but here. He would tell me, he's like, there is no pandemic anywhere else but here. Los Angeles is insane. Yeah.
Yep.
So, you know, I don't know. I definitely took the brunt of the PTSD of living in the Los Angeles area through the pandemic. But I'm sort of thankful for a lot of it, oddly. Like, it reset priorities. I got to spend so much time with my kids. Like, just so much time with my kids. And, you know, I feel bad for them. They spend so much time with me. And, you know, I don't know if you should spend that much time in the critical development period of your life with your parents who are also panicking. Like, I don't know if that's good.
That's so funny. We'll find out in 12 to 15 years when
We'll
Psychology
see. We'll
Today
see how it goes.
does
Yeah.
the expose. But you're right. It was like, I'm really grateful also for what it took away some stuff. It definitely was like, I was just kind of, like going through the motions of everything I thought I had to do to be successful. And then, can also, it takes up a lot of time. Like stand up, like on a day you have a show, I don't know if you're the same, but like I wake up, I do whatever I can. And then as of 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm just show mode. You know, I'm like, okay, I got to go over my jokes and then drive. You got to be in the car by 5 o'clock, maybe. And then you go to the show and then that's your night. You get to see you see friends. You're anxious about how you're going to do. Then afterwards you get a drink and it's like, every night from like 2 to midnight on show days, I'm not writing. I'm not writing. Right. Sorry, I'm not script writing, I should say. So it was kind of like a nice, and then I was forced to do that. But then I had success in that. I've had 2 movies shoot,
That's incredible.
For Hallmark that otherwise, if I didn't have the time, I might not have done it, So it's like, it's kind of an interesting trade-off, I'm grateful.
Yeah. Do you write, do you script write daily? Like, do you have a couple? Are you?
I do.
Yeah. Are you balancing a couple at once, or are you one and like finish one, start another one? Like, what's your process?
Right now, I'm balancing a couple rewrites of existing scripts that I got notes on that I got to rewrite, and then just kind of balancing about 3 pitches, which are essentially like 1 to 4 pages treatments to send out to a couple different production companies that are like, we're looking for this. So I'm just like, kind of playing around with those this month.
Yeah.
But also, it's nice to have deadlines, but in my perfect world, I'd be script writing every day for sure.
Yeah. And I was asking also because of the diving and maybe a treatment on a treatment you don't get as deep, but in the midst of like, if you could have 2 open scripts active at once, for example, switching your whole perception of what's happening, diving back into the world to continue to write, especially in the early development of one where you're not necessarily finished yet. Not just a rewrite, because that's like kind of like different, but like the germination and the build start to finish. I think it'd be hard to balance a couple at the same time. What do you think about that? Like,
yeah, no, I know what you mean, because I find sometimes if I get stuck on one, I'll switch to the other.
Okay.
And like sometimes I literally wake up in a certain mood and I'm in like a silly joke writing mood, and sometimes I'm just not. So days I'm not, I'm like, okay, thriller mode, and I'll work on that. But then if I'm working on that and I'm like, I don't feel very serious or like writing about murder, and then I'll switch to the comedy. So it's almost like going with my mood.
Interesting. Yeah. And to have them there
though.
so you can go to it in the mood. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. And did you think, okay, here's a question. What is different, or what did you learn about what you thought it would be like to get a movie produced versus what it's actually like? What's the biggest thing that you were like, I was so worried about this and that's not real. I should have been worried about this or whatever,
Great. Yeah. That is a great question, because I think before I was always worried like, it has to have like broad appeal. Who's going to go see this? When really the thing is, what's the budget and how can you write within the budget of the movie? And like, I think like for me, I've only written ones that are like under $1 million. And so, but this last one that got shot, I wrote it, basically it would be like a $4 million movie. It's like, we can't have boat chases. We can't have, and so they go through and they're like, you got to cut all this minimum locations. Like it's actually, I'm a better writer knowing this, because they're like, okay, we got one winery. Okay, great. We can use the kitchen. Okay. We have the tasting room that we can dress for this. Okay. We can use, and so I'm like, oh yeah. Like I remember in my Lifetime movie had a bunch of like hospital fertility storyline. And they're like,
Right.
Jenna, we can't rent a hospital room. And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Note to self, don't write a doctor's office into something if you don't need to, you know?
Right,
like
right,
if you can
right.
get around it. So that's been my experience, like writing
Like
for
producer
what locations
mode.
they can find.
Producer mode as you write, like
Totally.
budget producer mode as you're writing, because and that's interesting because you've had it produced, so you're not whimsical about like someday I'll get a movie made. You're like, no, if I want to get it made, I better write this way, which is
Totally.
sad and practical at the same time, right? Like,
Yeah, 100%. Like
like
I would love
I have
more
to have a boat
locations.
chase. I have to have the boat chase.
Yeah.
Like,
It was going to be so great. It was so funny, you know? But then, like, and that's the thing, too. I think this same executive producer, my first one, he was very generous with cluing me in on stuff because he knew that I was, like, interested in, you know, knowing that side of it. And he was like, think about, and this is also why going to set has helped, because thinking about the setup, like watching them set up for a shot outside the winery, they're like, we can do probably 2 to 3 scenes, like almost make it worth it for them to set up for the shot. Like this scene needs to be worth it. And if you can get 2 or 3 scenes that are in the movie from this location, like the production is going to love you because they're like, great, we can bang out 4 pages this afternoon before we have to cut for lunch or we lose this to daylight or whatever. So I'm like, okay. So they should be outside the park, at least in 2 or 3 scenes to make it worth them getting a permit in the first place. So it's like definitely overthinking the creative, but it helps you sell. It helps you, like, they want to work with you because you understand that.
Yeah. I can see that. I had 2 projects just die at the pandemic. So in that case, I'm not
I'm so sorry.
grateful for the pandemic, but
Oh, same. I know. I got hosed at the start. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you because it sent me into like a depression. I was like, this is bad. Yeah.
It was brutal. I mean, you know Jen Murphy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we were developing a show that she wrote, and we were so far along. We had table reads, we had a director, we had, budget, we had everything, and we languished on that for like 6 months of like, well, maybe next month, and then we were looking at the COVID protocols, and we're like, okay, add $10,000 a day to our budget to shoot it in Los Angeles, right? And I was just like, oh my God. And then after a while, it was like, is this even relevant anymore? Like, most of this is in a comedy club. We can't put 150 people in a comedy club. Like we were being practical. Like, we'll get almost the whole movie done in the green room and the apartment and the comedy club. And then I'm like, what are we going to fake a comedy club? Are we going to fake cramming 150 people? Like, that's going to be shit. Like, no.
Home Alone, like rocking it around the Christmas tree. Yeah. Oh, that is so heartbreaking.
Yeah. And then by the time, a year and a half goes by, you're just like, well, let's, we learned a lot. That was great.
Yeah.
But
it's heartbreaking.
We're not going to shoot it. But that part that you're talking about and thinking about, like, do we need this scene? That means we need to rent a jail cell. Do we need this scene? That means we need to rent, a hall. I had a school. I mean, we were down the road. I was basically show running the thing, and we had everything lined up, and then fucking pandemic, and it just crushed it. But it's interesting that from a writer's perspective, because when we wrote it, that wasn't a thought necessarily. And,
totally.
The idea was like it was a series. It wasn't a movie. It was a 8-episode series. So,
nice.
It went all over the place and different locations, and trying to scope that out, it was like, oh shit, I didn't think about that. So when when you actually start getting permits and starting to like apply for permits and seeing like, okay, the school is $7,000 for the day. How bad do we need the school? Could it just be like a empty lot? You know what I mean? Like,
or an exterior. They're like, exteriors are your friend. I'm like, noted. Okay. Like, leaving the courthouse, not in the courthouse, right? They're like, wow, the judge, you know, that just happened. But yeah, but you're right. It like starts to rack up, you know?
Oh, so quick.
Yeah.
So quick. And then you want to squeeze in, like you said, what you can. It's like, okay, we're going to rent this place for one day and we're going to shoot 6 scenes there because we'll redress it. It'll be a bedroom. And it's just like, wow, so much goes into it. But I think, yeah, it is so fun. I mean, I look back, I've recently started to dust off some of my older scripts to like see if they still work, you know, just because we're coming out of it and maybe we can do this again, you know, and it's fun to revisit them, but to revisit them with the lens of, okay, if this really was to be shot, how expensive is this movie? Could this get done for under $1 million or no? And that's just the reality of it. It's reassuring to hear you say that because, you know, I don't think a lot of people know that. Like you write from the heart, and it's like that whole kill your darlings thing, right? Like, yeah, we're gonna have to kill the boat scene. Oh well, save it for when you get the big budget, right? Like make it work.
Exactly. Like for one movie, they were like, yeah, you can have a boat, but it's like has to stay at the dock. And I was like, okay. But then they're like, but then you got to get like aquatic permits. I'm like, scrap the boat. I don't need a rowboat. I don't care anymore. Give me a gazebo. And I got a gazebo. And I was like, I'll fucking take the land gazebo because I don't want OSHA. A scuba man has to be there, you know, but it totally does affect you. So now even when I read scripts, because I was given that advice too, that like directors and producers, when they read scripts, they just have like a dollar sign. It's almost like cha-ching, 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 just racking up. Yeah. And they're like, okay, I read this scene. Okay. Oh God. High school football game. Friday night. Okay. Oof. Oh, Jesus. You know, instead of like, in the locker room or like afterwards. Because you can cheat a lot of stuff for like, you can make it look like the event
people
already
know what
happened.
A football game looks like. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and our brains are smart. Like, I don't need to see the crowd to know that it happened. I can see the scene afterwards and be like, oh, okay, the kid's covered in grass on his jersey. The game's over. You know, cars are peeling out, whatever. But it does affect. Yeah, it's funny. It is a funny business. It's
weird. It's
you know,
really weird.
it's like, it's not, like you said, it's not high art, you know, and I think, like, I don't mind that part of it though, because it does feel like you're kind of a gun for hire. I'm like, I know what you guys want. I'll give it to you, you know. I don't care. Skill. This isn't the Jenna Brister memoir story. I'm like, no, I'll give you some cheesy crap and we're going to love it. And it's sweet. Yeah. You know, but they did say they cried reading the script. The producers and stuff, they were like, because it's really sweet. I'm very proud of this one. Yeah, it's really cute. It's really cute.
I'll have to watch it. I will.
Yeah, it'll come out. We'll do an episode it'll be out next Christmas. So we can do one
Where is
around
Killer
then.
Twin? How can I stream Killer Twin?
Oh, you know what? That's a great question. I think there's a website called justwatch.com, and I've heard people have been able to find it through there.
Why is it so
it
hard to
stars
find?
Lindsay Hartley. I know. Well, they actually replay it pretty often on Lifetime. So if you kind of,
really?
Actually, this is so funny.
Lifetime didn't get into
Valentine's
the app game?
Day. No, but they should. It stars Lindsay Hartley. So actually, I want to say last Valentine's Day, they did like a Lindsay Hartley-a-thon, and mine was one of them.
Nice.
Isn't that cool? Yeah, because she started it. So maybe I'll text her and be like, are they doing your marathon again this Valentine's? But I think check justwatch.com. And then the other one, I don't know how to find, but this one will probably air. It's slated for next Christmas, which is cool.
It's not no theaters, right? They're all TV.
All TV. Yeah. Which I don't know if I qualify for a daytime Emmy, you know, but wouldn't that be hilarious if I got nominated?
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
I know. I don't know if I qualify. That would be really fun though.
Why daytime? You know? Does it only air during the day?
I think like the prime premiere spot is like 4:00 on a Saturday. Because that's when everyone's at home watching this stuff. Yeah. I think my last one actually premiered like on a Saturday at 4:00, and they're like, that's good. That's primetime, baby. I was like, okay. Because the demographic is sleeping at 8:00. Like they're in bed. So I was like,
I bet you.
I'll take it.
I wonder if there's like get-togethers, like lifetime gatherings. There's hardcore fans. I mean, it's a thing. You'd probably be the darling of one of those gatherings.
I should find out. I'll
or
find
start
out.
one.
Yeah, like Crown Media, that would be really fun. Hallmark Con. Right? That'd be so funny. Hallmark Con. It would be so popular.
That's what I'm saying.
You just inspired me. That's funny. That's really funny. Yeah, that's good.
Do they incorporate the stores?
They don't actually. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I pitched a Hallmark movie where the lead character wrote greeting cards, and they're like, "Wow, that's original." I was like, "Is it? No one's thought of this, guys? That's your literal
Hallmark, for Christ's sake,
brand." Yeah, I was like, "You should have an entire like just trilogy every year." With like greeting card woman who's single, widowed, I don't know. Yeah. It's so funny. I still want to get one. I have that one kicking around too,
But
just we'll see.
You have to.
They're so fun.
If they're not into it, talk to Paper Source. Maybe they're more on board.
I love Paper Source. Oh my gosh. I went there like 4 times the week of Christmas. Isn't it the best store?
It's the best wrapping paper.
Best wrapping paper. Oh my gosh. Literally underneath my bed right now. I just wrapped stuff for my nephews. I got this Paper Source. Yep. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that you just said that because it's like the best. And gifts, they have such good gifts. I was so enthusiastic when I went there. They gave me an application as I checked out. They're like, "You obviously love it here if you want to join the team." And I was like, "I have like 5 jobs, but thank you." They're like, "You get a discount." And I was like, "Lady, I love Paper Source. I can't do this."
I got your next movie. Ready?
Yes.
The Paper Source store here near me at the mall. This is insane. Mm-hmm. It's right up your alley. The Paper Source store at the mall here near me. Again, I have no idea time before the pandemic. It was before today. Years ago, before today.
That counts.
And before the pandemic. So, the Paper Source store, some dude walked into the Paper Source store and point blank shot his ex-girlfriend who worked at the Paper Source store in the Paper Source store at the mall.
Oh my God.
And it was wild.
So messed up.
Because we had, our friends were like at the mall at the time. They were in the movies at the time. Mm-hmm. And obviously everything got shut down. Everybody, like it was madness, right?
Oh yeah.
But that is like, I was like, a murder in the Paper Source. And they had to shut that Paper Source down, like that store that was in the mall, that completely
closed. It was a crime scene. Oh my God.
And Paper Source left that I don't know what you call it, that section
the stall.
of the mall.
Yeah,
that stall,
like, we're done.
Yeah. And they have a new section. They have a new place, like across the mall, completely different side of the mall. There's a new Paper Source. But I was just like, oh man, that's pretty fucked
grisly.
Up. Like,
that is a grisly crime, right? She's literally like just sold like, pens and like a travel case to a nice person. What a lunatic. Did they catch the guy? Is he in the slammer?
I can't remember if he killed himself right after or not. I don't remember what happened. I think it was one of those things. But yeah, like that. You don't expect that in a Paper Source or a Hallmark.
No, not at all. No, Paper Source is the safe zone. You walk in there and you put your mace away. Like you have your mace in your hand as you walk to the Paper Source on Ventura Boulevard. That's what I go to. But then, you're not in there like, it's not like a grocery store where you're checking over or gas station. Oh no, I don't go there after dark, by the way. But you're right. In the cold open of that Lifetime movie, it's like, you get to know the girl, like, she's great, you really like her, and then the lead is going to be the sister or, like, the manager, who was, like, a mom to her, Yeah. But then you just see blood splatter on the thank you card wall,
Horrific.
And it's like, it's horrific. That is, that's messed up. I'm going to think about that now next time I go to Paper Source. I'm not going to apply here because I value my life.
Exactly. Look, I'm not getting behind that counter.
Yeah. Or don't let your boyfriend know where you work. That's the other rule of thumb. Just kidding.
Right. Never break up with anyone, I think is the point.
Never break up with anyone. Exactly. Yeah. So good. That's so sad about
it's terrible.
That whole thing.
It's terrible,
that must have
but
been really scary. You know, because like, have you ever been anywhere that's has a shooting? I don't think I actually have.
No.
Yeah, my sister worked at a movie theater when there was a shooting, back in the 90s. But
wow.
Yeah, I've never
It's pretty crazy. I can't imagine. There's been a couple near here. There was the Borderline was a couple years ago. That's kind of near here.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then the Paper Source one, and you know it's very. I just can't imagine what goes through people's head. You know, like, and it's very. It makes you want to just stay home if you're not careful. You know what I mean? We're just like, I saw. Oh
yes.
You make me think of so many things that are great in movies when I like characters you just, and maybe you do this too, you park them away in your head like that I'm going to use that, I have to use that somewhere. I was in Target the other day and I was walking, and it's also being a comic, I think you're ultra observant
all the time. Yeah.
Weird shit like, is that funny? Can I use that? What is that? And for scripts, it's the best because you could literally create a whole movie around somebody you see for 2 seconds because you create this backstory of what's going on with that situation. There was a guy who was wearing a trench coat, odd trench coat, although it was raining, but still not a nice trench coat. A little
like, Columbine for a little on the nose, you know?
A little fucked up trench coat. It wasn't black, though. It was a weird gray-green, this trench coat. And he had on sneakers that, do you know the kind of sneakers that have way too much extra white leather on them? Like layers of white leather? Not like New Balance-y, but like, it looks like there's sneakers and then sneakers on top of the sneakers. You know what I mean? Like,
are they like the new fashion ones?
Maybe.
Like, are they like the high fashion?
No. These were shit.
No,
these were like
okay.
Like off-brand sneakers, but like way too many pieces of leather on the outside. Like they were never gonna. I don't know. It wasn't a running shoe. It was like a heavy sneaker, but white, not clean, super white. Anyway, this is all important to know that this guy's outfit. So trench coat, crazy sneakers. His pants were like a little frayed at the bottom, like they've been, like, I thought like homeless. Like, did you ever, but not quite homeless, but like this is his only pants. These are his only pants. And his whole, like his hair was kind of full head of hair, grayish blonde, but like frazzled mess.
Okay.
Beard-ish, but not full beard, but like hasn't shaved in a month or so. Like gnarly.
So he's like recently hard times. This is
walking with purpose down the main section of Target. Targets are all the same. So you know the aisle before you get to the cash registers, right? So he's walking down there with a purpose, not looking at anybody. I was like, that guy looks like a psychopath. Like, I'm worried about that guy.
Yeah.
And then, and I'm with my kid, so I'm also like, okay, that guy looks crazy. And then I look down in his hand, and he doesn't have a cart. He doesn't have a basket. Just in his hand is the biggest box of condoms you could buy at Target. And I was like, what is that guy going? Where's he going?
And who is he going to see? And do they know he's... Oh, my gosh. That is... Right, the last thing. You would think it would be like a bag of apples. Right?
I know.
Or
I was like, what?
Or like Cliff Bars. Like, you should get 12 Cliff Bars, sir. This is your meal for this week, you know? Oh, man. But you know what? Wow, he's responsible about one thing, but maybe not anything else in his life.
It was the most stark contrast. I was like, wow. Like, it was awesome. It was awesome. I was like, that guy is going to be in a movie because he's burned in my brain. Like,
oh, totally.
I know that when I cast him, I will know the person that's going to play him as soon as they walk in the door. Like, and you're just like, nope, that's him. That's what he looked like. Even if my memory isn't our memories are kind of shit, but
that's so specific.
That guy,
I love that,
was spot on, and it's just so.
That's
funny.
amazing.
But
just of all the things, that power walking with a purpose is such a vibe too. Someone's like, I have to get these, and I need to get out of here because I have places
and not
to
6 condoms, not 6, but 24 pack. Probably. Maybe 36. It was a big. It was a box.
Lot.
Like you had to hold it like this, and condoms are folded over. Like
that means he's like dating, like he's like hooking up or married, right? I guess
wherever he was going, it was going to be fun for him. It was going to be
fun.
So I hope, but I was just like, not good. Like nothing good. Maybe it wouldn't be fun. Maybe it was more like a
haunted house.
But anyway, so I love to pick characters like that and just kind of remember them and stick them in here and there. But
to summon them later.
It's so fun that you do thrillers and Hallmark movies.
And I think that Hallmark movies. It's a fun combo. It kind of it's funny doing both, but it does catch people off guard,
Yeah.
Because if you saw my movies, you'd be like, what? The only through line is that I try to have Mrs. Doubtfire Easter eggs in all of my movies. I love Mrs. Doubtfire. Yeah. Like the orphanage. The orphanage in Killer Twin, like, lights up. The camera pans across this orphanage in Seattle. It's just Bridges Orphanage, which is like the restaurant where he's like 7:00 Bridges, where he gets found out for the double life. And then I think, what's the one? There's one in this last one that's a sneaky Doubtfire reference, that if you're watching, you're like, hey, that's, that was in Mrs. Doubtfire. But I did think of a terrible joke just now about our if Paper Source one becomes a movie, they have to hire a security guard, and it's a story about him. Paper Force. Now they have armed security at all paper sources, and it's called the Paper Force. They're like, look, sir, do you have jujitsu training and a gun? And he's like, yes. So like, you may work at Paper Source Studio City. Go, That's terrible, but we can laugh about it. We can laugh.
It's like, it reminds me of like a Paul Blart or Kevin Smith kind of Mallrats kind of situation. Like, oh, what are you, Paper Force? You know, like,
someone got shot in the head,
I'm like, the Paper Force, motherfucker. Real.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's just so, man, I'm going to Google that tonight, by the way.
Oh God. It was bad. Did you know, oh shit, I lost it. Paper Force, Paul Blart. Oh well, not gonna remember. But
I recently went on a deep dive. I couldn't sleep. I went on this really intense deep dive about, remember Harambe, that gorilla that they killed?
No.
I think in what zoo, a kid fell into a gorilla enclosure, and Harambe was the gorilla, and I think it kind of unfolded that the zoo people were like, oh shit, he's going to kill this kid. And they shot Harambe, which is like an enormous, I don't know if it was like a silverback gorilla. I should know because I just admitted to researching it. But I was like, how fucked up are we as a species? This was also in the old world, pre-pandemic. We're like, not only are we going to just jail you, we're going to take you into another land, jail you. But then if a kid falls in your area, we're going to shoot you. And it's like, whoa, because I think that, they should have just, I don't know, airlifted the kid. I think it was too late, but I was just like, what is Sophie's choice? Like, what are we doing?
Was he going to mess with the kid, or they were just worried he was going to?
I think they were just worried. I'd have to look again, yeah.
Gorillas seem pretty docile when you see them at the... they're probably depressed as shit in the zoo, but like...
Yeah.
They seem like they couldn't be bothered, but I guess they're so strong and... It's definitely dangerous, but like, hey, how about just get the kid out? Like,
yeah, or like, don't have it even possible for a kid to fall in. Like, that's what I'm also like. That's weird. I forget where that was. Why do I want to say it was in like Chicago or something? Harambe
That is
Zoo.
crazy.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like the video of it is terrifying. 2016. Oh yeah, he was a lowland. I mean, look at this. He's gorgeous. You know,
The bear,
but
the
guy,
gorilla.
yeah, like look how beautiful he is. You
They're
know,
so dope. They're so
yeah,
dope.
it's
I love
beautiful.
those things.
And then the kids now, I saw something on. He was born in '99 and then died at Cincinnati. Yeah. Oh
okay.
shit. Oh, and I found that video.
That.
Okay, it looks like he might have like actually got his hands on the kid. Okay, which can you blame him?
Well,
that's
maybe
exciting.
he was just gonna. You know, who knows what he was gonna do? He
Exactly. Yeah.
Give him a hug.
Yeah.
Help him up. Help him out. You see that beluga whale that brought the person's cell phone back up to their boat?
Yes.
We don't know what we're talking about. We don't know what the animals are thinking.
We don't. I think they're just so smart. You know, animals are brilliant.
I think I would not put it past, like when you go, I like and I love and hate zoos. I don't like zoos because it seems bad for most of the animals. I think Joe Rogan has a joke about he hates zoos, but he's like, the only people that like the zoo are the giraffes because they're like, another day, no more lions, you know, like they're good.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's a great joke. But and I don't look at the giraffes like they're sad. Although I think when you watch those like nature videos and stuff, I think giraffes run, like they run out in Africa, like they. So
yeah, they're sprinting.
In that way, yeah, it does kind of suck for them to be in a 400 square foot, you know, area or whatever. But you know, getting lettuce from every kid. But I don't feel as sad for them as I do for the gorillas.
Yeah,
you know, because the gorillas just sit there, just like, oh, boy.
Like I'm supposed to be in a jungle, like swinging around and
look so
living
bored.
my life.
And then they do stare at you. They will look at you and like look right at you, and it's just like, whoa, sorry, man. And my kids crack up because I talk to them through the glass. Like, look, I'm really sorry, man. I'm really sorry about this. Like, I can't get you out of here.
Yeah, you know, like I'm gonna level with you. You know.
Yeah.
I wish.
My son got this. Do you watch? I'm sure you don't. There's this cartoon on Disney called Amphibia, right? So it's
I haven't seen it. No.
It's good. It's like you know, it's kids' cartoon, but it's like a really in-depth, epic adventure story that takes place in the lead character is actually from Los Angeles. I think the writer and the creator Matt Brawley is from Los Angeles. He grew up here, so. A lot of her references are Los Angeles stuff, but she gets transported to this place called Amphibia, and the show ran. I think it was 3 seasons, and then it ended, and purposefully, like that was the story the guy had. It's over, you know, wrapped up really tight, but it definitely left some room that if they ever want to make a movie or if they could. Yeah. So, but they came out with this year, this thing called Marcy's Journal, which is like one of the characters' name is Marcy. And this book is like her journal, none of which was in the show. So there's like this whole other version of the show in this journal. And in the show, this girl was stuck in Amphibia longer than the main character. So she's like a veteran of Amphibia. So she had all this backstory. So brilliant. But anyway, he got this Marcy's Journal thing for Christmas, and it has all these the girl came up with a secret code, right? So there's big parts of the book that have a whole page of a message in that code. And we've been decoding the messages in the book, and it's hard. Like a full alphabet decode takes a while, right?
Yeah.
But, so he's asking me when we're doing the next decode because we did one last night. Now he wants to do the second one because like, oh, this is this big reveal. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's so smart
cool.
of them. That's fun. Where it's like
right?
finding a creative way to stay within the universe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, I really have taken on quite an appreciation of these mainstream, not just the sitcom world, but also like watching, not that I don't know. It's just like you don't realize how much is happening for so long. Like Bob's Burgers. Have you ever watched Bob's Burgers?
I'm in love with it. It's amazing. It's so funny. It's amazing.
13 years, 13 seasons. 13 it's incredible.
I was so late to it. I'm only within the last like 6 months, and
Me too.
I can't stop. I can't get enough.
Me too.
It's funny as hell.
I started with the movie, so I hadn't seen any of them.
Me too.
And yeah. I was like, what is this? So now when we rewatch the movie, I'm like, oh my God, this movie's brilliant. They packed 13 years of show stuff into the movie. Oh my
totally. God. Yeah,
it's
the movie hooked me. Yeah.
It was great. So that's what I'm saying is like, holy shit, there's just, it's inspiring, I guess is what I'm saying, is like, man, there's so much good stuff, you know, and we're never going to take it all in. And there's room to create still, no matter what. No door is closed. No idea is too crazy, you know, got to stay within budget. But that's where like animation is like, we can do anything in animation. What do you want to go to space? Cool. Whatever. You know, you just need the good voice actors and the characters. But we've been watching, we're deep in a rabbit hole on Bob's Burgers. And if you watch there's a bunch of stuff out there of the actors talking in being not only being interviewed, but like doing a round table or talking about, and it's so funny to see them talk. Like the guy who plays Bob, that's what he sounds like. Like he's just talking, you know, like, oh my God.
And Tina's a man, right?
Tina's a man. Yeah, and Linda is a man too.
Linda's a man, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember reading that. I mean, like, Linda is so funny. I'm just, over time, I'm just like, I'm obsessed with Linda. She's perfect television.
Did you see the one where Bob's stuck on the wall when his in-laws come?
Yes. Dude,
and she's freaking out.
Anytime her sister's in it, and she like had pink eye on Thanksgiving, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, this shit's so funny. Yeah,
But in the one where he's stuck in the wall, he disappears into that bar. He's like, wow, there's a speakeasy in our wall. Yeah, and it's the Shining reference.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, Mr. Bob.
Oh, my God.
Do you have to poop? Yes, Poopy Coachy.
It's so funny. The speakeasy is so good.
Because he's totally losing it.
This has been such a delay. I can't even tell you. My God. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this new year, really. Like, whatever this is going to open up, whenever, you know, any sort of returns to the stage or writing jokes and stuff, it feels fresh. It feels like a fresh beginning.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. I'm pretty excited. Let's not wait another year to hang.
Yeah.
And,
deal.
You know.
Deal.
I will go outside now. We'll have to, you know, if we, there could be an in real life meeting. I think we could.
Yes.
There could.
We should do a show together. I know a show. I can get us on one. Let's do it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we could just go do, you know, a tight 8 minutes. I'll do my cutting edge ways material to crickets.
Edge ways material.
Ways material. It's so like, it's just not even good. I did it though at my last show, and I was like, I'm so curious. And luckily they laughed, and I was like, man, I guess it's still got an edge, even though I don't know if anyone uses Waze anymore because I'm out of touch. I have no idea.
Waze must have been pissed because they were just on the precipice of like becoming one of the most useful social media apps in the world.
Yeah, because you can message other drivers. Do you see that? Like they have a feature where you're like, hey, how's it go? Yeah, I love the snitch feature where they're like, there's a police officer here. I'm like, yes, love you. But you know? The
police would have caught on, right? Like, like if the police are on Waze too, they're like, uh-oh, I've been spotted. I better move.
I've got to move. Yeah, or be like, not here anymore. You know, it's clear. I'm like, cops. I love it.
Cops.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dude,
This has been really
happy
fun.
decoding.
I know.
Angela, that sounds
right?
cool. How old's your son?
He's 12.
Okay. I'm going to tell
12.
my nephews about that. I'm going to go see them in Seattle in a couple weeks. I'll see if they watch this on
It's-
Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like they would love it.
It's pretty
Something to be
cool.
into.
It's
Okay.
like, sword play and magic and,
Yeah.
medieval a little bit. The guy who plays like the grandfather was the voice of Goofy. So he's like this
no
classic
way.
Hollywood voice actor that they got to play like the patriarch.
That's cool.
And
It's called Amphibious. That's the name of it?
Amphibia.
Amphibia. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask my sister.
Because we got
cool.
super into Gravity Falls, and that was like our favorite thing, Gravity Falls. If you haven't seen Gravity Falls,
I haven't either.
stop what you're doing. It's only 2 seasons, so you can really get through
Okay.
it. And if you like Bob's Burgers, you will like Gravity Falls. But it's cool because it's a mystery, and it's funny.
I like
really
that.
good humor. And I think,
Awesome.
I don't know. My son's super into animation. He's an incredible artist. He's really good at
Cool.
drawing. So he's got a story in him too. And I'm just like, hey, buddy, you got to finish the story arc and the treatment on this if you want to take it anywhere.
Yeah. Totally. Think about budget, your locations.
Think about budget. Yeah.
You can, yeah. But you're right. That's the beauty about animation is that you just like, because it's different than you think about like what you can use again and stuff.
But he
it's
wants
fun.
the actors of the shows he likes. He's like, do you think we could get Tara Strong? Like, he knows all the voice actors' names. He's like, do you think we could get Tara Strong? I'm like, she's in a lot of big shows, buddy. I'm not sure you could get Tara Strong. Like, she was in Teen Titans Go. She's Raven in Teen Titans Go. She was on DC Superhero Girls. She's like plays 2 characters on there. She's like Harley Quinn and Supergirl or something. She's like everywhere. But
she's crushing it. Yeah.
She's crushing it. Absolutely crushing it in the voice game and cartoons. But yeah, so it's inspiring. I think you're right. This is the breakout year. We're going to get some cool shit done this year. So
Yeah.
let's hope so. Right?
Yes. Absolutely. Thank you again so much for having me on.
I
It's
love
so nice.
talking to you, Jenna. I really do.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Like you're just
really
the best, dude. I'm really happy
Paper
that
force.
you're doing well.
Yeah.
Paper force.
Yeah. Dude, it's so funny. It's like, well, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
And I'll see you soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
In real life.
In real life. Let's do it. All right, Jenna. Thank you so
awesome.
much for doing the podcast. And
Absolutely. Thanks, Matt.
I'll look up and put in the show notes the links to your movies that are hard to see.
Oh, yeah,
Is
definitely.
annoying. But
Yeah, they're hard to find, which is very cool as a screenwriter. Like, I don't know. We'll see what I write.
you know what? I bet you can buy them. I bet you can buy them on like iTunes or something. No?
Oh, yeah, I should. I should look. Yeah. I should know that, and I don't.
Well,
but
you're the talent. You're the writer. You know.
That's true.
You're not the promotion.
Yeah. I'm on to the next.
Well, good luck with the thriller. Keep me posted.
Thank you. I will for sure. And we'll talk soon.
Yeah. Let's do something soon. All right?
Yeah, okay, perfect.
Be good, Jenna.
All right. Good night.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. Yes, I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair ain't never gonna go too well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know too well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything come what might for the sake of having you near. In spite of a warning voice that rings in the nights, repeats and repeats in my ear. Don't throw a crumb to you.